Welcome back with the main events of Italian diplomatic activity abroad. In the Middle East, following the Israeli attack on the Holy Family Church in Gaza on July 17, Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani held a phone call with Israel Foreign Minister Saar. He reiterated Italy's firm condemnation of military attacks affecting civilians in the Strip, stressing that for Italy the situation in Gaza is intolerable. Tajani repeated the urgent need for immediate ceasefire to prevent further suffering and later expressed solidarity to the parish priest, Father Gabriel Romanelli, and support to the victims. The same day, a shipment of 80 tons of flour, purchased and distributed by the World Food Programs, thanking to Italian funding, was delivered into Gaza via Jordan as part of the Food for Gaza initiative. Through this program, Italy has allocated over 110 million euros to humanitarian aid and development in the Palestinian territories, with more than 110 tons of humanitarian supplies sent directly from Italy and 30 million euros supporting partner organizations working on the ground. On 14 and 15 of July, Minister Tajani traveled to Washington for meetings with U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Trade Representative Jameson Greer, as well as representatives of the business community and the Italian-American diaspora. The agenda focused on bilateral and transatlantic relations, support for Ukraine against Russian aggression, and trade issues following U.S. President Trump's announcement of 30% tariffs on EU goods. The meeting with Secretary Rubio was very positive, Tajani said, highlighting a shared view on key international issues. He added, "We support U.S. efforts to achieve peace in Ukraine, we agree on the need for a ceasefire in Gaza, and share a common vision on the Indo-Pacific." Speaking about trade after his meeting with Greer, Tajani stressed Italy's position. "We want to avoid a trade war at all costs, but at the same time we must defend our export system." The topic of tariffs was also addressed in Rome on the sidelines of the Italy-Balkans Tourism Forum, with Tajani commenting on the ongoing negotiation in Washington led by EU Commissioner Maroš Šefčovič. On July 15, Prime Minister Meloni met Austrian Chancellor Christian Stocker at Palazzo Chigi. "We received the progress achieved so far in Europe in the fight against irregular migration," Meloni said. "There is strong alignment, especially on innovative approaches. We must work on new solutions to a problem that has become increasingly complex and cannot be managed effectively with existing tools." Italy is fully committed to ensuring that the Western Balkan candidate countries join the EU as soon as possible. Minister Tajani made this statement on 12 of July at the Dubrovnik International Forum, dedicated to dialogue and international cooperation for European security and stability. On the sidelines, he held several bilateral meetings with Croatian PM Plenković, Belarusian opposition leaders Svitlana Tsikhanouskaya, Gulf Cooperation Council Secretary General al-Budaiwi, Brazilian Foreign Minister Vieira, and the High Representative for Bosnia and Herzegovina, Christian Schmidt. On July 14, Undersecretary for Foreign Affairs Maria Tripodi represented Minister Tajani at an informal Foreign Affairs Council in Brussels, focusing on trade relations with the US, ongoing EU negotiation for free trade agreements with third countries, and commercial ties with China. Italy strongly supports the Commission during the complex phase of negotiations with the US, Tripodi stated, to find a solution that strengthens Western unity. Italy now boasts 61 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. During its 47th session in Paris, the World Heritage Committee inscribed funerary tradition of prehistoric Sardinia, the Domus Deianas, on the list. These ancient fairy houses are a key symbol of Sardinian prehistory, combining archaeological significance with deep cultural meaning. This new inscription confirms Italy's global leadership in UNESCO heritage, testament to the uniqueness of its cultural and natural patrimony. Palazzo Metternich, home of the Italian Embassy in Vienna, hosted a scientific diplomacy event dedicated to gravitational waves and the future European research infrastructure Einstein Telescope, presented by Marco Pallavicini, Vice President of the National Institute for Nuclear Physics, INFN. Ambassador Giovanni Pugliese highlighted how Europe's major scientific infrastructures represent not only excellence in research, but also powerful tools of multilateral diplomacy. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned.